Number 15, the pen note. One thing that you absolutely have to bring into an exam is a pen. That's why this cheating hack is so inspired. Desperate test takers have been known to slide a teeny tiny piece of paper into the plastic body of their trusty pen to give them helping hand when required. It's a novel idea, and not that we condone cheating, but if you were tempted to try this out, then be sure that you're seated somewhere out of view. It may be a bit fiddly, and there's not much you can do to cover it up if you get caught. However, if your exam rules say that you can only bring a pencil in, then you're pretty much out of luck. Number 14, the hidden wound. No examiner in their right mind would accost an injured student, and that's what makes this entry on this list so clever. I'm not sure who came up with this, but they are definitely an absolute genius. If you scribble your notes on the underside of a plaster and slap it somewhere that is easily accessible, then it's a great notepad for the formula you just can't remember no matter how hard you try. What's more, if anyone sees you looking at it, they might just think you're nervously checking your oozing wound between each questions. Number 13, tennis shoes. Now, this may seem a little bit on the stupid side, but when you're trying to get the grades you need to get into college, people will try just about anything. That being said, writing the answers on the bottom of your tennis shoes is pretty tame compared to some of the other things on this list. Whenever the examiner isn't looking your way, you can prop your leg on top of your other knee and carefully view the answers underneath your shoe. Just make sure you don't take off your shoe to view the answers, else everybody's gonna know that you're trying to cheat. Number 12, the book ring. This handy bundle of miniature cheat sheets not only gets you an A, but doubles as a cool accessory as well. It may look completely innocent from the outside, but once you're hunkered down at the desk, you can open it up to reveal all of the information you wouldn't be able to stick into your brain. It's a pretty nifty idea, although let's be fair, girls are obviously most likely to get away with this than if guys tried this. Just remember to bring a microscope to read the minuscule writing. Number 11, writing on your fingers. This one is definitely up for debate, but if you've got a good enough eyesight, then this definitely could be the trick for you. Believe it or not, but people have actually used this method and it's worked for them. Presumably you need very neat handwriting, a fine line pen, and a vision paramount to that of Superman himself. But when your future is on the line, any risk isn't too big to take. Be sure to use a permanent marker to avoid your hard work rubbing off when you get the inevitable sweaty palms that come with cheating. No one said this was going to be easy, so best be prepared. Number 10, cheat glasses. Now this is definitely something straight out of James Bond. Just pop these clear glasses on and put the earpiece in your ear to enjoy top secret communications with an assistant. The frames act as a Bluetooth transmitter, while the earpiece is wireless to enable you to get the answers fed to you. Out of all of the options, this has definitely got to be the one that you're least likely to get caught with, because nobody's going to tell you to remove your glasses. Nearly everyone wears glasses, but none are as cool as and clever as these ones. They do cost a pretty penny though, but what's worth more, the grades or the cash? Number 9, rubber band method. There's nothing more inconspicuous than a simple rubber band. So when kids started using this to cheat on their exams, they should have passed the test purely for their ingenuity. All you have to do is stretch the rubber band out and write a phrase or two on it in ballpoint pen. When you stop stretching the band and it returns to normal, it's barely noticeable. Just pop it on your wrist or use it as a hair tie and then stretch it out when you need to reveal your answers. Plus, if you start playing with it during the test, people will just think that you're anxious and trying to focus. Sure, it doesn't hold a lot of information, but the difference 1 marks make on an exam can be a huge difference. Number 8, tattoo equation. It might be a little bit difficult to believe, but it's true. People have been known to go the absolute extremes, including permanently getting an equation tattooed on their body. That's dedication if I've ever heard it. It's best to get one in a place that is actually easy to read, like your forearm. Or you could try to persuade someone else to get tattooed if you can be sure they're sitting across from you at the right angle. The only good thing about this method is that officials can't really do anything about it, unless they're prepared to pull off your arm, which is probably against school policy. This is living proof that you can have absolutely amazing grades but still be completely and utterly stupid. Number 7, calculate camouflage. Somebody clearly had far too much time on their hands when they came up with this one. However, there's no denying that it's a very clever invention. The plastic casing of the calculator can be cleverly altered to disguise a mobile phone. And hey presto, you've got Google at your fingertips. So if you're like me and your maths is so far below par, even a calculator can't save you, you've now got the World Wide Web at your fingertips to answer everything you need. Just be sure to make your screen brightness set on low to avoid any telltale glow. Number 6, cheat sheet shirts. If you're feeling like you want to keep your dishonest ways close to your chest, then why not stick a cheat sheet to the inner side of your top? Admittedly, this works better on low-cut tops, so if you're a male, you might not get away with it as much. Even if you're a female, be sure to be super discreet, as let's face it, somebody peering down their shirt for a majority of an English exam is going to come off a bit weird and might get you caught out quicker than you think. Number 5, hidden headphones. For those of you that could do with having a little trick or two up their sleeves, this is the ultimate way to cheat. The hopeful candidate attaches the headphones to a concealed device, be it a phone or other audio equipment, and feeds the wire through their shirt. Then, while you lean your head on your arm as if you're concentrating really hard, you're really listening to all of the answers you need to ace the test. If you're going to try this, then just make sure you're sat in an area that isn't prone to an echo and you've got the volume control on lock. That's one conversation you don't want to go on loudspeaker. Number 4, programmable watch. Who said that watches were just for telling time? With the uprising of devices like Apple Watch, programmable watches are the perfect ways to download some much needed help without being too conspicuous. To the naked eye or to the less tech savvy of teachers, this is just a digital watch to help students count the minutes they have left to work on that paper. In reality, it's a clever way to give you the best fighting chance possible. It's a bit bulky though, but as long as no one clocks onto you, then you'll be fine. Number 3, vitamin water. There's nothing that screams prepared learner more than the token bottle of vitamin water. It's important to keep those electrolytes at peak performance when you're in a nail-biting situation, so no one is going to blink an eye when you bring this in. The best part, kids began realizing that they could hide their cheat sheets in plain sight by taking off the original label and printing one of their own, swapping out the ingredients list for important dates or formulas. If done right, this is a surefire way to get you an A+. It's probably best not to attempt this on a windy day, but boys and girls alike have been known to write out their answer notes and slap them on their thighs, so they can easily read them discreetly under the table while everyone else is scribbling away. You might want to check and see if the examination room has aircon or at least a decent fan before you attempt this to avoid any of the notes flying away while you're in the exam. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have the fake arm. Now, it may seem like an utterly ridiculous idea to most of us, but using a fake arm has actually worked for those brave enough to attempt it. Why? I have absolutely no idea. The courageous student simply adorns a fake arm and leaves it firmly on the desk while using their real hand underneath the desk to Google answers on their phone. If it sounds slightly mad, that's because it is, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart.